KFA Nation. Gabe.
And a very peaceful Nick here today.
Yes. I pointed right at the bathroom because that's where you normally are. Boom. I remembered it.
I thought you were cheering that I was being peaceful today. I see how it is. That gets me upset.
You know me. I love the fire, bro. We got to go. You know what I'm saying? Listen. I'm a married man with a teenage daughter. If y'all think Nick gave me the business, then y'all can come over my house, all right? An angry teenage daughter at that. That's nothing. I get it all the time. That's not the business. I sleep through that, man. Trust me, Nick. Nick's daughter's a little younger than mine. He'll know true pain when he has a teenage daughter. So, with that being said, Nick. Oh yes, I put it in the bathroom. But I told you guys, eventually I'd get it right. You know what I'm saying? Eventually I'd get it right. Nick, can you please tell the people what we are? What we're reviewing today, man? What are we?
First of all, we are here for another installment of
our three wickets.
That's right.
Just like the umpires. I love it.
Man, was it today's game? No, it was yesterday's game, the solo stream. This guy gave the most epic appeal of all time.
I saw it. It was awesome,
and then finally it went up. Too bad the review showed that it wasn't out anyways. But the appeal got the finger. That was fantastic.
Bro, I know you weren't on here Sunday, but the appeal on Sunday for Bo was also he's like, look at it. And the umpires just standing there stoic. Like, really? I don't get a figure for that? Like, bro, I'm being emphatic.
And I love when they're stoic. He should have.
Had they reviewed it, it would have been a wicket. It would have been a wicket. Anyways, the umpires weren't actually that bad today, so I'm gonna find something else to trash. Okay, there you go.
So we are talking about a match that I don't think either of us saw coming, but I think we both smelled it because I had opened up the stream saying this is a big match. If Kings 11 can win this one, they already slayed the Mumbai Indians. They slayed RCB twice. Oh, that hurts. Now they just slayed Delhi Capitals. And I had mentioned Delhi Capitals, even though they keep winning, I think they've lost one the last two matches before today's match. It just seemed like a different Delhi Capitals team, right? Not as dominant. They were out in Norkia, so that's a huge loss that you have. But Kings 11, this team that had just one win not too long ago, now they're sitting there, Pat, with 4 wins. They're sitting there right in the thick of things. And this is the team, I'm telling you. I'm telling myself as an RCB and Mumbai fan, this is the team you don't want to see in the playoffs. We want to keep the universe boss out of the playoffs. We want to keep KL Rahul and Mayank, that opening partnership, out of the playoff. I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them at all. And I'm sorry, they have this guy named Shammy. I'm going to start off randomly right here. Gabe, where is Cottrell? Did he just benched? Because this guy was a wicket taker at first. What, is he injured?
Nah, Cottrell got benched, and that's when they brought in Jimmy Neesham. And I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Yeah, he got expensive, right? He got lit up a couple. We're not talking about Jordan Academy now, all right? Even though you know
wickets, though.
You know, Jordan also got clipped. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wait, Jordan actually bowled well, but they're not messing around. They're just, you know what, you out of there. I was like, oh my gosh. Like I said in my last stream, Jordan tried to give it away, but that catch, because Nick, in that double super over, it was gone. And it wasn't Puran who went out and caught it and threw it back in. Was it? I can't remember. It might have been.
It was Mayank. It was Mayank.
Mayank. He did an unbelievable catch. But I think they looked at that and said, you know what? He still got that Jordan in him. He got lucky this time because they cut him, bro. They dropped him.
Jordan still has that Jordan, and stop it. Oh, man.
He still got that Jordan in him. So maybe that's why Cottrell's not there. But I'm telling you, Cottrell should get another chance because you're right.
I agree.
That's a wicket taker. Him and Shammy together would be unbelievable. Bro, I will tell you right now, I did not see this coming. I did say I wanted it to happen, and this is why, because I love being right. All I'm saying is 3 wins with the universe boss. 3 wins with the universe boss. All right? And people are going to say, oh, Perron won the game. Yeah, Perron did his job, right? Even when the top, but you know what the universe boss went and did again today? Universe boss put up runs. He's not going on a duck. All right? He's not giving you 9 or 10. He's going to give you above 150 strike rate. And it's the fear. Even the commentators were talking about it. Now that they've got the universe boss, teams have to think differently. Like, oh, we got to go with pace because we can't bring in, a spinner, and it even changes their plans. It's crazy. And I think that's what happened with RCB. Remember, we talked about, like, why did Kohli, like, change his plan? Well, he didn't want no parts of the universe boss. Nick, how does this team explain to me 4 wins, all against the top 3 teams? 4 wins. Shouldn't you get extra points for that? 4 wins against the top 3 teams? Oh my gosh.
It's crazy. And to against my point of Cartrell, I think as soon as they benched him, they started winning their 3 in a row. So what do I know? We're going to jump into this with our 3 wickets. We're going to start off. I'm going to start off with what I liked. I almost added a new segment there. What surprised me? Because there's some things that surprised me. I'm going to start off with what surprised me. I'm going to do an extra wicket for you guys today. What surprised?
Forfeit?
Oh, man.
Not a fiver? Let's go forfeit? Oh, I'm excited for this. I'm going to be quiet. Hold on. Give me a muzzle, somebody.
Oh, it's impossible. You guys know. Someone timing up right now. He doesn't go if it's inside 2 minutes without saying something. Now, once I said that, he's going to do it because he's a stubborn guy like myself. So what surprised me besides the outcome of this match is they, when I talk about the Delhi Capitals, they started off so strong in the power play. I was just like, oh my gosh, how do you put up 50 plus in the power play? And I said, hopefully the only chance we have when we let the stream is they have a weak overs and that they're not able to bowl normally as awesome as they did. They still bowled pretty well, but look at those overs. And I'm going to give you an extra over. The last 6 overs, 37 runs from my count. 37 runs in the last 6 overs. That's what I call some death bowling right there. I know Jordan's a death bowler. They didn't need him today in the death. They had Ashwin, Bishnoi, Ashwin, Shami, Singh, Shami, Sams. Oh, no, that was the other guy. This thing just keeps going from over 20 to over 1. Shami, those guys did their job, and that really surprised me. Typically in the over, we know in the death is where you got to pay for it. This is where it gets taxing. This is where it's the end of the season. It's Christmas time. And we spent that much money on the credit card. I mean, this is the taxing time of the year. And these guys, they say, kids, you're getting a can of Pringles for Christmas, and you're getting one little $10 toy. That's it. They were stingy in the death, and it was a beautiful thing, and it gave them a chance. I mean, obviously, you're going to say, but Nick, they caught up in the 19th over, and they probably didn't even need that. They were being conservative to make sure they get that caught. I don't care. That bowling was fantastic. Those guys really did their work. That's what surprised me. Now, Gabe, this is going to be like a half right here, okay? It's just one thing that surprised you from the whole match. Gabe, what surprised you?
What surprised me?
On the spot. And you didn't interrupt me, so good job.
People are going to kill me because of this. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. But the last 2 games they've won have been against who?
The best.
The best of the best, right? What surprised me? The best of the best, I think we're overconfident because where is Norkia? Is he hurt? They could have used him today, all right? And in the Mumbai Indians, where was Pattinson? Was he hurt? Nope. They brought in some other dudes because I just think that sometimes these teams overthink it. You know what I'm saying, Nick? And I'm surprised that the teams that are at the top of you haven't changed things. What did you tell me? You agreed with most of our subs when they say, no, you don't change things when they're working, and the teams with the less amount of changes win the games. You did say that. I'm calling for people to get dropped left and right. And of course, the teams that are making all the changes and the drop left and right, they're the ones that are losing. These 2 teams have been the most consistent teams all year long. And yet now that you're in the playoffs and you're in the 1 and 2 seed, you decide to start resting guys. I'm not taking anything away. I guarantee you that they could have still won the Kings even if those guys were there. My question is, don't you guys getting a little too cute? I was shocked today, bro. Shocked. What do you mean no Norkia? I almost added him on my fantasy lineup. I'm glad I didn't have the money because he's expensive. I went with Bishnoi, who didn't get me the wicket either way. But you know what I mean? I'm like, God, you're getting too cute. That's what surprised me. And you know what? Go to your point. Another getting too cute. You remember their victory before that? It was against RCB. And your boy Kohli got too cute, right? He tried to change things.
They had an hour-long conversation. Who should we bring out? Let's bring in this guy. Failed.
I don't get it. So, Nick, That's what surprised me. Now, guys, that was a treat. He gave you a 4th wicket. Oh, this is breaking ground.
Trick or
Nick,
treat.
what did you like?
All right. So what I liked from the Kings 11 side, people are coming in this expecting, oh, I can't wait to write the comment because I know what Nick's going to say in the dislike part. I know he's going to say I dislike KL Raul and I dislike Agarwal because these guys are an opening partnership and they went down for a combined 20. I can't wait for him to say that so I can crush him and say you're wrong, Nick. I'm not going to say that. You know what I liked? I liked the fact that our man, KL Raul, and our other man, Mayank, they went down early. It happens sometimes. I have learned that watching cricket. And I liked how this team responded. Do you understand that this team, in my opinion, had a great bowling experience? 164 against Delhi Capitals. 164, and they brought Pant back. They brought the whole gang back, right, for the reunion special. And they only get 164. They got 5 wickets. Do you understand that the beginning of this inning for Kings 11 did not look good? You're talking about 3 in the power play. What do I say? You don't want to lose 2. You lose 3, adios. You're done. Cottrell, a little salute for you. You're out of here, right?
That's why you miss Cottrell. You love that solution.
I do love this. I love this celebration. Let's have some fun. Like my Padres. Let the kids play. But you know what I liked? I like the fact that everything was against the wall. Oh, here's the Kings 11 once again. They're going to mess it up. No, because they got your boy Gale. They got Puran. Oh, my goodness gracious. This guy was a revelation. And even Maxwell. Woo! 3, 4, and 5. Gabe, how many times do your 2 opening batsmen go down for 20 or less, and you're still able to put up a 167? You can rely on 3, 4, and 5. And your number 3 was a guy who wasn't there for most of the season. Your number 5 or 4 was a guy who, for the most part, he showed with his fielding skills more than his batting. The guy can bat, obviously, but he showed more with his fielding skills. And you had a 5, Maxwell, who hasn't seen the light of day in forever. That's what I liked. I love that fight. I love how those 3 guys said, it's okay. I mean, and I think it's Universe's boss. I think he should be at least a vice captain. I could be making something up right here. I could be grasping at straws, but I think they're following his lead. He is such a cool, calm clip. He might be the most nervous guy ever, but he seems like the coolest cat out there. I mean, he's the Universe boss. Come on. And they follow his lead. Puran was absolutely phenomenal. 53 runs, 28 balls. 3 sixes, 6 boundaries, a strike rate of almost 190. And yes, that's right. I love the batsmen, and that's where I'm going for what I liked. And don't forget, I mentioned how awesome I like the bowling too. What I like for DC. Okay. It's the most obvious thing of all time, right? Before I get to the most obvious, oh no, that might steal your thunder. I'm not going to do that. The most obvious thing of all time. I'm the batsman guy, right? There's a guy named Dewan. Dewan, who is allergic to wickets. I'm sorry. Do you realize that Dewan still isn't out yet? I mean,
I'm still not out.
He's still not out. He went through Delhi Capitals. He went through Mumbai, some of the best bowlers ever. Oh, and they're all scratching their heads with 2 hands. Every time the ball, it's a drop. It's going to be a drop. What? What? Oh, I'm not a drop, but a catch. This guy is allergic to it. Whoever their team is they're playing next, you're not getting him out. Unbelievable. 106 on 61, 12 boundaries, 3 sixes, a 170. You see 61 balls and your strike rate is 173, almost 174. You're playing superhuman level. Dewan, I believe it's the first ever back-to-back centuries in T20 in the IPL, right? Maybe in all of T20, who knows? I absolutely love that. Dewan, we were ripping you for throwing away your wicket, and you learned how to get around that. You're still trying to throw away that wicket, but you just got allergic to it because it's never going to happen. You're still not out. Gabe, what did you like?
Well, let me piggyback on your point right there. Where Gabe was wrong. We're gonna start. You're gonna get your 4th wicket. Here's my 5th wicket. Where Gabe was wrong. Okay,
I love that segment.
I said the only reason this dude got 100 last time was because he got dropped 3 times. Well, there were some near drops today, but dude, it wasn't no clear drops. All right, Kohli. Not Virat Kohli. MS Dhoni's was a clear drop last time. All right, there were drops that I'm like, come on. But today, he just put the team on the back and said, let's go, boys. I got you. Okay? Let's go, boys. I got you. So I was wrong. He's class. You guys are right. I will say, though, even the announcers love to make fun about it, and maybe that's the problem. We listen too much to the dugout view, and those guys have some very, pointed opinions, but they're like, he just loves throwing away his wicket. That's what he says it. They say it, too. They said he seems disinterested after 50 because he does hit like 40, 50. I'm good. He seems disinterested after that. And this guy put up runs. He climbed, Nick, in the span of a week, not even he's now just chasing KL Raul for that top spot today. And KL Raul going out so early didn't help. So he may end up being our orange cap winner. I don't know.
Let me just add something real quick, because it was shared with you on Instagram. This guy, I didn't see it myself. I didn't notice it. With his first 100 last match, do you realize that he didn't celebrate it until they won it in the Super Over? And then he took a bow. That's the most coolest thing of all time.
Really? I didn't notice that. That is awesome. That is awesome. That's class. And you know what? That even makes me like him more. Like I said, right now, I am the biggest fan of Dinesh Karthik. Guys, you don't understand. I'm going to use what he did as an example for my own children who are in sports. Like, this is how you're humble. This is how you're a true team player. You just don't see that, Nick. And I'm like, wow, I am such a fan of Karthik now because he did that, all right? With that being said, what did I like in this game? Bro, you already said it. The bowling, Axar Patel. Again, 675 right. This guy's not a bowler, he's an all-rounder, and he bowls like an all-rounder. He got himself a wicket, 4 overs. Rabada, 4 overs, 27 runs, 2 wickets. The bowling is still there. With the exception of one guy. I can't wait. I cannot wait. With the exception of the one guy, even Sam's, the new guy that they brought in, Sam's, in my opinion, I don't understand. You guys are gonna tell me in the comments, what's the whole hit by wicket thing or whatever? I thought that was a wicket. I don't understand it. If you hit the wicket before you actually had the ball, but I mean, it looked like that should have been a wicket. Let me know. I don't know what the deal is there, but I know it was kind of weird. But the bowling is still intact. My thing is, they made a choice to not have their regular guy. It is what it is. That might not have made a difference because, again, I feel like the Kings 11 are just so hot right now. And to your point, I think that they're following the Universe Boss's following his lead. What did I like? I could talk about the bowling on the side. What did I like on Kings 11? And I did like the bowling. Okay, guys showed up. Bishnoi didn't get me the wicket, but he showed up. And you already mentioned the Universe Boss, but I got to mention it, guys. Since the Universe Boss 3-0, that ain't a coincidence. And it's against the best teams in the league: RCB, Mumbai, and DC. 3-0. The Universe Boss was either upset that in the Super Over they had asked who's gonna go out first, and he's like, "What? Like, put some respect on my name. Do you know who I am?" Like, I love that, and I think everybody's gravitating to that. All right, but I love the fact that the Big Show finally stepped up because I keep hearing Big Show, Big Show, Big Show. He hasn't been big anything. Just being serious. This season has been bad. I don't think he had put up. He still hasn't got 50 in the season, and I don't think he's gotten a game where he's both bowled well or batted well. Well, in this one, the Big Show, Glenn Maxwell, 133 strike rate, 32 for 24, and it was a big 32. Why, guys? Because remember, KL Raul and Agarwal went out. Chris Gale did give you his 29 on 13 balls, 223 strike rate, which is what I like. He's gonna score quick, and put you in a position where other guys can still score, all right? Puran had to stay out there, but they were still chasing. They needed that 32. Some 32s don't matter. If it's a blowout, it doesn't matter. If we are just trying to set the mark and not chasing, it doesn't matter. Bro, the innings he played were brilliant. I've crushed you, Maxwell. I even said you should be dropped. This also goes under where Gabe was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. Maxwell, you are the Big Show, and I loved it because he did it with the bat and he did it with the ball. Now, what did I hate? I gotta do it. I gotta jump in front of Nick, guys, because I gotta do it because I think he's gonna steal my thunder, and I can't let him steal his thunder. He's not gonna let him steal my thunder. What did I hate? Desponse. I know I said it wrong. Depante, Desponte.
No, not
right. You know what?
I just think of what you're gonna say.
You know what I'm gonna call him? I don't care if you didn't make it to 50 runs. You get the Jordan crying face, my man, because your economy rate was 20-50. You gave up 20 runs and over. You deserve, he might have set an all-time record if you give him 4 overs. He might have set an all-time record. I'm telling you, it was horrible. It was, listen, even the other guys, there was a point, I might have been seeing this, where he gave up a ball. You know how they normally huddle up or whatever? I think the other bowlers are kind of like staying away from him because they don't want anything of what he got. It was like cooties. It might be contagious. I promise you. Other bowlers were like this. I saw Rabada like walk clear across the field because he didn't want to get it on him. It's like, oh, let me get that Despacito.
It's like one of those things. What'd you say? What do you want? There's no one over there.
Bro,
I'm coming.
Is this the worst bowling performance? Actually, 2 overs, 41 runs.
Let me add to it. That was he gave 26 runs in the 5th over. Do you realize that's more runs than the bowlers who bowled the 3rd, the 4th, the 6th, and the 7th? The 2 sandwiched between. He gave up more runs than those other 4 around him.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Listen, you are now, and not forget about an honorary member. Jordan, you're still a member, but you're no longer the president. All right. You're not the president of your own club. All right. You are not a president, my friend. Unacceptable. You should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed. Now, on the other side, what did I not like? I gotta say, it's not about KL Rahul or Agarwal going out, okay? Those guys have been doing it all year long. And people are going to say, Gabe, you're too critical. Nicholas Perron, I feel like he was going to get that century. But do you still see that slight immaturity, Nick? Much like who loves to give away his wicket? Pant, right?
You mean
Pantonian,
Dewan, right?
No. Pant loves to give his wicket away. He gave it away again today.
No, you mean Dewan. You said Puran. You mean Dewan, right?
No, I mean Perron, Nicholas Perron, because even though he got 53 on 28, did you see how he got dismissed? Who was in the dugout view for the West Indies? Brian Lara, right? You got the cricket bat. I don't. It was a ball he knew was gonna bounce. So he dipped out of the way so it didn't hit his head. And then Brian Lara said, immediately what we teach is right after that, you drop your bat so that what happened to him doesn't happen. It became an edge, or not an edge, but a nick that then got caught behind him. You're so good. Just technique. You see the catch that he made that went viral. You see the 53 today. People can say, hey, but he got 53. His strike rate was 189. This guy probably could have scored 100. He didn't get dismissed when he was batting. I don't think anybody had anything for him. Rabada gave him a nasty bouncer, and to his credit, he saw, oh man, I can't do anything with this. Let me dip out of the way so it doesn't hit my head. You know what the next step is, Nick? And this doesn't come from me. I'm not even that good of a cricket expert. I'm repeating the great Brian Lara. So if you guys don't like my comment, go hit him up on Twitter. The next thing they teach is back out of the way so it doesn't take your melon, and then drop your bat so that you don't nick it. Come on, man. Those Pantonian. He better not be hanging out with Pant. They're all in a bubble. They better not be out there playing. Don't they see like the kind of dudes that are like playing Call of Duty or Among Us or whatever? And you remember who are Mumbai Indians? Which are the ones that play the video games? The young guys. That's what
I think Panyas. I think the Panyas play video games too. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. They just don't seem like they got that maturity yet. And that to me was a soft dismissal. And again, it goes back to understand the moment. We need you. Carry us, young guy. Carry us, young fella. But he got dismissed because, again, he just didn't follow the technique that everybody knows. Bouncer coming at me. Okay, let me dip out of the way so it doesn't hit my head and drop the bat. That's what I didn't like. Nick, what didn't you like, my friend?
Well, let me just disagree real quickly with you. I don't think playing video games makes you immature. And maybe you want to correct that statement, because I find, especially with the generation of now, with these athletes, I feel like the video games help them kind of like focus on something silly. So they erase the outside noise. So they're not pressing so much. I don't know.
No. What I meant by that statement, to correct myself, like you said, not to cut you off, not playing video games make him immature. I feel that he's playing video games with Pant. And that immaturity, I don't know, maybe Pant has the cooties too. So just give up your wicket on a silly dismissal is also, if they're hanging out, it's the mentality. That's what I'm trying to say. And I feel like those are two guys that are probably best buds, hang out over there. probably stay out a little bit too late when they shouldn't. Do the NBA, be people breaking the bubble to try to sneak in girlfriends and all that stuff. That's what I feel like, because it was like, come on, you're so great. I see the greatness. I see what Renell's talking about. But has he reached his full potential? Probably not. And that's all I meant. You know what I'm saying? But no, I play video games. I played Among Us with you guys on Sunday when we were streaming. I'm just saying he's probably got that mentality like a Pant, like the Pandy brothers, like Ishan Kashan. And it's, again, just take your craft more seriously. Remember what Ishan Kashan? It's the mentality. Who cares if he plays video games? But that younger mentality, you're an athlete. Watch your diet, right? It's important. But him is like, oh, bro, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it because I coached before. And I see the difference in the younger mentality and the older mentality. And things that we would never do when we were playing Nick or coaching, these young guys do now. And it just, it baffles the mind. It boggles. Here's one thing. If your arch rival, can you possibly have a friend on an arch rival?
Okay. I would say a few years ago, I would say, no, that's blasphemous, but it happens. These athletes will say, we're not going to war. These guys will laugh it up and joke it up as soon as the game's over. You don't want to do it in the game. They're doing it. And as soon as the game over, they're switching jerseys. They just showed on Instagram, Butler, he got Dhoni's 200th match jersey because he's a huge fan.
I just don't get it. We didn't grow up that way, man. I mean, we didn't coach that way. You know what? Maybe I'm wrong. And you're right. That's what I was talking about.
I don't know if there is a right or wrong. It's just, it's an evolution, like you said. It's an evolution of different things. And, it makes these guys more humanized. You'd want to say, you just put on your hat, go to work with your lunch pail, put your head down and just get your work done or whatever. It's just a different mentality. I'm going to jump into what I disliked. All right. What I disliked, and this is where I always upset some people. Always. There's going to be over under at least 5.5 negative comments. Oh, Nick, you're wrong about that. Game on, my friends. What did I dislike? What did I not like from the Delhi Capitals? There's a man named Stoinis. Okay? Stoinis. That's right. I said it like that. This guy, every time I put him on my Dream 11 squad, okay? This guy, it was kind of funny because when he was bowling, he bowled his one over and he gave it 14 runs. And when he was done with the last ball, he kind of just looked away and kind of shook his head like, I can't do anything right today. This guy, that was basically his thing. He went up there and I told Gabe, because Gabe's like, why not Hitmeyer? And we had that whole conversation about Hitmeyer. Apparently, guys, if you didn't know, if you missed it this morning, Hitmeyer is basically the third best cricketer of all time. Okay. That's what I got from our morning stream. That's what I got. Don't mess with Hitmeyer. This guy is unbelievable. He should be in the running for the MVP race, even though he can't get on the field. Anyways, Stoinis, right? This guy goes 9 runs on 10 balls. Stop it. This guy, I mean, he just, I don't want to make fun of the guy because he's a pretty jacked dude, right? I get a knock on my door like, hey, man, I love you. But this guy, I mean, I called it. Hitmeyer, you're going to be in there, right? You're going to be in there. Hitmeyer, to his credit, 10 runs on 6 balls. Hitmeyer was bowling the last ball of the over. I just want to say the last ball of the inning. He got
a beautiful ball.
But Stoinis is what I disliked. This guy on both sides, he just couldn't get it right. And when he walked away from that over, he's like, no, not my day today. That's what I did not like, because this guy can rake. They moved him up because this guy can rake. This guy can bowl. We've seen it before. He can get himself some wickets. It was not his day today.
And Nick, to your point, not to cut you off on that. Guys, we've seen this guy. That was the easiest catch in the world. And to Nick's point, maybe something was wrong. Maybe he ate bad food. Guys, the catch he missed, it literally went through his hands and it hit him in the melon.
He had 2 flanks. He had 2 flanks next to him where I guarantee they're saying like, dude, I had that. Like all I had to do was move 2 steps. This guy, and he called it, and I love it. Gabe will hear me say all the time, I want someone to take up the initiative. I want someone to call it. But if you don't have the good angle and you have 2 guys at your flanks, I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean, it just wasn't.
You're right. He couldn't do anything right today. You're right.
No, it wasn't his day. That's what I dislike. What did I dislike on the Kings 11 side? I mean, you already mentioned the boy, right? Or that was from the other squad. I'm going to mention, it's hard to find things I didn't like. Even Maxwell, he got his 32. He got his 1 wicket. He had economy rate under 8. That was fantastic. The highest economy rate was Singh, 3 overs for 30 balls, but I'll take that in a match like today. I'm having a hard time finding something that I dislike on the Kings. I'm just really impressed with this squad. I really am. Huda and Nisham, they didn't go out. They last the whole time. Oh, wait. I think I found one. No, I didn't, because these guys were just really, really impressive. I don't have anything I dislike, even though KL Raul and Mayank went down super, super early. They can't literally do it every match. And KL Raul has been there every single match, for crying out loud. Unbelievable. Very, very impressive. I'm sure I'm missing some fielding plays some gaffes they made, but they came in against the Delhi Capitals. They took almost their best offering besides Norkia, and I think that's the biggest difference right there. Norkia, is going to get you 1, maybe 2 wickets. He's not usually going to go over 30 runs in his 4 overs. This guy, Sams, he only gave up 30 and 4, but he didn't get those wickets. Imagine if Norkia is in there and gets another early wicket when the wickets were flying early on. And I would love to, hate on their early wickets that they dropped early on, but their response was fantastic. I loved everything about Kings 11. And I'm not even a Kings 11 fan, guys. They own my RCB team. But you got to give respect where respect is due. What did I learn? It's very, very quick, and I've mentioned it many, many times. It's been the theme of R3 Wickets for me. I learned I learned 2 things. For the Kings 11 side, this team could quite easily be one of the most dangerous, the 3rd most dangerous team in the IPL when they're playing right. I still have Mumbai. I still have Delhi Capitals in a different class. And I'm not going to hate Delhi Capitals because they've lost this match to Kings 11, because you're not going to be on your best every single time. This might not have been their best. They still got a 164. Take that. Kings 11 could be that 3rd most dangerous squad. Kings 11 could be that squad where they beat RCB in the playoffs. That's right. I said it. They're going to the playoffs. They beat RCB in the playoffs, and then they played the number 1 or number 2, and they could knock them off and find themselves in the finals. Or they could be the team that's the dog right now, where they have not the most best teams they have to play in the IPL with points wise, and they can mess it all up and fall apart. Who knows? I learned that they're a very, very dangerous squad, and they've been this way back and forth, but they look like they're trending in the right direction. As far as the Delhi Capitals, this team does not need to hit that panic button yet. They don't. Okay? They don't need to hit the panic button, but they need to hit the observation button. Okay? Rabada, he's got to be one of the leaders on this squad. I don't care if he's not the captain. He's got to be one of the leaders in this squad. Shreyas Iyer, they have got to hit that observation button and say to ourselves, okay, if we don't have Norkia, or heaven forbid we lose a Rabada or we lose an Iyer, what is going to be our plan B and our plan C? Because this is our year. Everyone's noticed it. They would be the most dominant team for the most part. This is your chance to get your first title. And right now, you've gotten hit a few times. You got knocked down a few times. What are you going to do when you get up? I've learned that they need to think about it. I don't know where they're at yet. I still put them in the top 2 teams. They need to think about it. And just one little extra thing. Did you not love Pant? I heard this guy the entire match when he was on the field. This guy is
so funny.
This guy is yelling. This guy is cracking me up.
We can see Wicket right now. Wicket. Come on.
Oh, my God. Come on. Ah! I mean, this guy was fantastic. And you talked about Puran with a Pantonian dismissal. Guess who caught him on that one? Pont did. So I guarantee he's laughing and saying, ha, it's you this time, not me, baby.
That was an unbelievable catch by Pant, by the way. That was an unbelievable catch, man. Yep. What did I learn? Let me stick with Pant since we're talking about him right now. Somebody, and I don't know if this is true, but somebody needs to be, either they are coaching them or they're not. And what I say by that is this. Why was Bishnoi bowling? Why did I him? All right, guys. And I put him on my fantasy squad. And go back to my stream. Before it happened, what did I say, Nick? Pant is susceptible to what ball? The spinners, right? That's not me, Bob. I just watch games and listen to commentary. He's been dismissed 5 times this year. Today would have been 6. 4 times it had been by spinners. So if I know that, and I'm some Yahoo that just watches games, I'm sure the team has told them. So if they are coaching them, and I'm going to assume that DC is coaching them, if a Bishnoi comes in or another spinner comes in after you, Pant, okay, wouldn't it make sense, Nick, for you to do what the universe boss does and live to see another over? Just defend, try to get off strike, give the strike to the other guy. That's what's missing in his game. All right. He gets dismissed not because he's a bad player, but because he makes bad decisions. And today might have been the worst, 14 on 20, the worst game, his first game back. And I'm glad that defensively he was still out there. And like you said, being annoying, and all that stuff, made that great catch. But somebody's, I'm sure, I cannot be the only one that knew that. Obviously, and I heard it at the dugout view. That's where I heard this is how Pant gets dismissed. He's susceptible to the spinners. I'm reading on ESPN Cricket Info. So it's me, and I'm a Yahoo. If I know that, you're telling me that these coaches on this team don't know that? You think Ricky Ponti hasn't told them that? So he's not listening. You have to, you know what I mean? Just be smart. It just.
But did you see what the boy's doing? And I love it. If you guys think I think he's annoying, I think he's hilarious. Did you see him, interview bomb his coach going behind him in the last match? I mean, I don't think he would take it seriously. I mean, and that's not a dismissal on. He is who he is. You have him on the squad because the guy can rake potentially. Okay, I don't know if he's going to take it seriously though.
You know what my problem with Pant is? He's an uncoachable player, and I've had players like that many a times. He's uncoachable. Those guys that are so talented, but they don't listen because I know they've told them. Bro, the dugout view was talking about it. Everybody, if I know that you've been dismissed, and it wasn't like had it been a great ball where he was trying to defend Nick and it still Nick then went back for an edge that they caught, or if let's say it had ticket, but he tried to go yard on him, bro. Too many times, the same thing. Like it drives me crazy. So to me, what I learned is that somebody's got to get in this young fella's ear, because this team needs him to give him that 20 or 30 every single game. And if he could be as consistent as Dewan, as consistent as Iyer, even though Iyer did not play well today, right? That's all we need. Just a little maturity. That's it. Just be coachable. And guys, when I say maturity, that's what I meant earlier. I was saying the wrong word. Not maturity, coachability. Let me coach you, young fella. I can see what you can't, okay? I'm looking from the outside in. The game is moving too fast for you. You can never, it's like somebody's telling you something you can't see is right in front of your eyes. You're dating that girl that's bad for you, right? All you can see is how hot she is, but she's ruining your credit. She's ruining your friendships. She's, taking advantage of you, but it doesn't matter because all you can see is how hot she is, right? You cannot see the whole picture.
In that dress?
See her in that dress? It's okay that she crashed my car and ruined my credit. Guys, you can't. Sometimes that's what coaching is there for, and I don't think he allows himself to be coached. That's my point. What did I learn on the Kings 11 squad? All right, I'm gonna say this because I've already proven my point. Chris Gale should have been playing a long time ago. Anyone that wants to dispute that or whatever, out of form. But this is what I'm going to say, because I heard this also about a few players this year, including A.B. de Villiers. Oh, he's old. Chris Gale. Oh, he's old. Even CSK. This is why I still stuck with him. Oh, he's old. Guys, someday, yes, the game will retire you, but you don't retire from the game. All right? And the game will tell you when you're too old. Not some coach, not sabermetrics. The game will tell you. All right? And many athletes have been tried to be pushed out before their time when they still had some. My favorite line in the movie Rocky Balboa. Remember that? Where he goes, I got something rolling around down here in the basement. And he's like, what basement? And he goes, right here. And it's in you. It's in you. Okay? Peyton Manning, the Colts gave up on him. Got another Super Bowl. All right, many players out there, Joe Montana, 49ers gave up on him, went and played well with the Chiefs. I can name athlete after athlete after athlete who they've said, oh, they're too old. Guys, let the game be done with them before you think they're done with the game because of some arbitrary age. Now, it will become evident once they are too old, but don't be an ageist. Don't just say, oh, I don't want that guy because here's 42 or 41. All right, he was 40 last year, still had the top purple caps, right? Like guys, age, I'm sorry, yes, it's a very big indicator of athletic success, but there are some guys, look at Tom Brady right now, 41 years old or 42, whatever he is. What's he doing with Tampa Bay? Just beat the young Aaron Rodgers. I bet you Bill Belichick would like to have some Tom Brady. He ain't done, is he? I'll give you guys a really another example that I think here's the biggest thing. if you just look at numbers and say this player is done at this age, you're going to lose some of those great performances. Does that make sense? And I think that they would have lost this great performance by Chris Gale because they were looking at just age, just purely going on that. You know what I mean? He's too old. He's unfit. No, he's not. Wait, let the game be done with him. Nick, this year, you know who was second in home runs in the major leagues? Nelson Cruz. Nelson Cruz is a dinosaur. He's older than me. I'm 40. He's 41. All right? You're not done until you're done. Some guys do have a little gas in the tank, a little, they got a little something extra in the basement. And that's what I learned today. Give some of those old dudes a chance because they might surprise you. They might surprise you. Any parting thoughts, my friend?
I think you did a great job. I'm speechless right now. I don't know why there's an echo right now, but hopefully that'll cut down pretty soon. But we appreciate everyone for checking out these, our 3 wickets and our thoughts and our, opinions about this or that. Let us know what your opinions are. I know Nick was wrong. But in addition to that, let me know what your opinions are. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you showing up every morning, showing up every evening, our time, reverse for you, for our videos and for our channel. Thanks for supporting us. Don't forget to like and subscribe and go ahead and check out Boring Reviews, see what's going on. We had a Verinder Savog video that we posted yesterday for Cricket Tuesday. But until next time.
That's 6 runs.